In this tutorial, we're going to use Adobe Illustrator CC 2020 to continue Classroom in a Book Chapter 4, which is about editing and combining shapes, and this is part 2. So when we left off, we had just finished creating our shape for the trailer, and now we're going to go ahead and jump down to our shape that is our door. So let's go ahead to our next artboard and we get these door. And there's a couple different ways to create this type of shape. So you see we've got a rectangle and a circle that are going to end up making our door. So there's a few different things we can do. Let's grab our selection tool and select just the outer black strokes. If you come over here to the Pathfinder, you can find one that says Unite. Unite's going to go ahead and create a compound shape, but now we can't edit it. And if you notice, we've got kind of this thing that looks like a keyhole, and we don't necessarily want that. So Unite's great if you're perfect in the way you want it to be. If you still want to be able to edit it later, we've got to do something different. So let's do a Control minus and jump back out of that one. So let's go ahead now and try something else. Let's do with our shape still selected, hit Option or Alt, and then click the Unite key. And that's going to give us keep our two separate shapes, which is what we still want to do because we want to be able to alter and bring those down a little bit more. So let's go ahead and do a select out, and let's grab our selection tool, double click just that outline so we can go into that isolation mode. And let's grab just that circle and drag it down so we get kind of that door look. So I just use my arrows to do it. And to get out of isolation, you just hit escape. And let's go ahead, and I think we're pretty happy with it, so we're going to click away. We're going to click back in. We're going to say, okay, we're ready to have this be just one thing. So we're going to grab our selection tool, and we want to do object, and we want to come down to expand appearance, and it's going to permanently select and create that shape for us. So now it's permanent, it's a single shape. So let's go ahead now, let's make our color into kind of a funky pink or red, because I'm pretty sure I made the other one pink. Let's go ahead and make the stroke as a no stroke, or if you want a green door, have a green door. Let's grab our selection tool, select the whole thing, and let's group those together to be our door, and a Control S to save what we have so far. Alright, so let's go ahead and create that trailer. So let's do a Control minus, let's do a view, let's do a fit all in window. So you see we've got our window here, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that window. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to grab some tires. I'm going to grab my propane tank. Oh, I clearly didn't group that one. Let's go through, select it, and group it. Let's grab that propane tank. It didn't group still. So I'm going to Control plus and see what we can do. Let's do an undo. Alright, select all those pieces and group. Control minus. Let's go ahead and drag that over. We can always go through and adjust these after we get the pieces over to our trailer. I'm going to grab my door, move my door in. So I want my door here. Let's go ahead and Control plus. Let's move the window around a little bit. Move my tire. Alright, when you've got all those pieces on the trailer, kind of the way you want them to, oh, they want to put their propane over here. Alright, let's put the propane over here then. I guess that way it wouldn't fall off. And let's go ahead and do our select all of it. We've got everything where we want it, and let's group those so we have our one piece of trailer. So the last thing we need to do is create the fire for our fireplace. So let's go ahead and do our next artboard down here at the bottom, and we should pop over to this one where we've got this stick that's somehow going to turn into a piece of fire. So we're going to go ahead and reshape that path. So let's grab our selection tool and hit our pink path here. Let's go to our edit toolbar down here at the bottom, and we want to go ahead and add the reshape tool. And I've already drug mine up, so it is right here at the bottom. It's like a curve with an arrow. And go ahead and drag that into your rotate. And hit escape so you can hide those extra tools. So now under my rotate, I now have that reshape tool. So with that reshape tool, we're going to go ahead and make this into more of a curve. So I'm going to do a Control plus. Let's zoom in a little bit. And let's go ahead and you see you get a little dot. You're actually adding an anchor point. So I'm going to curve a little bit this way. And let's go ahead and curve a little bit the other way as well. So we get kind of a nice curve. And we're going to leave that path selected. Now we're going to play with the width tool, which is, to me, kind of looks like a flower, in order to make this a little bit bigger. So it's going to grow from wherever you point it. So let's go ahead towards the center. You see get that white line, or white dot, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out so I can get the flame shape. And from here, now we want to go ahead and make it look a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and you can see you can create different points on that path, different widths and things. That looks pretty awful. So it's up to you as to how you're going to play with those different types of elements. So maybe you want the middle to be even bigger. That looks really awful. So I'm going to Control Z and undo a couple of those. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go over the top point of the path. And let's go ahead and it turns into kind of a tilde. And the word anchor appears. Go ahead and double click it. And it's going to say, what is the width? We want to go ahead and make that width into 0 because we want it to come to a point. And say OK. And let's double click this one down here at the bottom as well and make it 0 and OK, so that we have a very nice looking element so far. So now let's go ahead and we need to make this into even more of a fire. So let's go to Edit and Copy, and Edit and Paste. And it's going to paste it right there. Let's go ahead and slide it over. Oh, undo. Wrong key. Selection tool, slide it over. Let's go ahead and do our object. Let's do our path and do outline, stroke. All right, so now we've made it into a shape. And let's go ahead with our shift key and kind of bring that down so you can kind of make some small bits of the fire to go kind of complement those elements, additional wisps of smoke and things. I'm going to hit Alt and drag and make another one kind of up here. Maybe I want to flip him. So if with it selected, go over here to my properties, you've got to flip horizontal right here. So when you're happy with it, you think you've got some really awesome fire going on, we're going to go ahead and do a select all and a group. And now we've created our smoke for our fire. So now let's go ahead to our window and our view, our fit all in window. Let's go grab our trailer and move it over here to our woods. Let's grab our vehicle, connect it to our trailer. Let's go ahead and grab some of our plants. I don't think I grouped my plant very well. Go ahead with selection, make sure that's nice and grouped. Oh, it is grouped. Okay, it just seemed like it wasn't. Okay, we're going to bring over our really awesome plant. And you can always add more plants as you go along. Maybe I'm going to add a plant over here by the back side of my trailer. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and grab, I've got some of my fire over here on the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and with the selection tool, use my space bar with my hand. Oh, I'm not. I'm just going to grab it and drag it over. And I'm going to go ahead and squish it this way a little bit. And you'll see that the scale is really, really weird. It's way too big for what we have going on. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it in and hit my shift and bring it down. Let's see what the original has. So the original original does have it pretty big. All right, so we'll go ahead and put it back over here. And maybe we'll go back up with shift and bring it up just a little bit. And let's go ahead and grab our smoke over here in the start. And make sure those are grouped. Okay, so let's grab that and bring it over here. Hit space bar and bring it over. And let's go ahead and break that kind of your smoke look coming out of your fire. You bring it down a little bit. So go ahead and arrange all the pieces to be exactly how you want. Right now I'm not happy on my campers appearing in the kind of the backwoods there. So I'm going to go ahead and click this guy, do a shift click, grab my fire, bring it down just a little tiny bit. You can add some more plants. You can do kind of make it your own. Depending on what you decide to do later on, you might decide to use this one as part of your publication. So it's up to you as to how you're going to make those elements work together. So now I'm going to go ahead and I can do a file and package. I'm going to go ahead and package this document, so go ahead and push save. And it's going to say, what do you want to name the folder? And instead of folder, I'm going to put PKG and package. Don't steal my stuff. Show package. It's going to go ahead and show me OK in lesson 3, which is totally not where I wanted to put it. I put it in the wrong place, so we're going to go ahead and close my windows. Close out all that. I'm going to go back out here to my lessons, so I should have been paying attention. So I put my package in lesson 3, so I want to go ahead and slide that back out to lesson 4. See, I do these things too. And let's slide it to lesson 4. All right, now I've got it in lesson 4. I'm going to go ahead and right click, send to compressed file, and that will go ahead and give us the one we want to turn in. So I hope you've had learned quite a few fun and awesome things about how to play with packaging or how to play with different types of shapes. And why didn't that zip? The computer's been kind of slow today. There it is. So I'm going to turn that packaged one, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you come up with your happy camper trailer. That's all for this one.